Good morning friends, welcome to the pre-market action ideas from the advisory desk. Let's first start with the global market checkup. Start with the Dow Jones. Last night it ended almost flat, it's just a bit in a positive territory, but it succumbed to the kind of data coming in from the kind of Russian territory that they have kind of increased their troops, the border kind of facing an action towards Ukraine. So what is just showing is that geopolitical tensions are rising now again after what we saw in the Israel and the Gaza conflict. And now it comes the Russia and Ukraine again back into the radar, which might threaten the kind of the rally and the both sustainability of the emerging markets as well as the developed markets. Just coming back to the Asian indices, Hang Seng is down 54 points, Nikkei about 20-25 points down. SGX Nifty, which is kind of mirror the Nifty, is down by 23 points in the early morning right now. On the FII figures yesterday, they bought to the shares to the tune of 382 crores. Also DIIs, there's a local mutual funds, they bought to the tune of 32 crores. Not a big amount, but they were positive. In spite of the market being down yesterday 250 points, we saw that FIs were still buyers. So that still leaves a hope that if today there's no more bad news on the geopolitical front, the markets can kind of bounce back and go back in the green territory. Friends, that's all from the global market checkup. Now I'll give it to Sadhna for the derivatives market. Thanks.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Yesterday Nifty started the session on a negative note, and initial number of trades, markets continued to trade in a narrow range of approximately 10 to 15 odd points. But after lunch, selling was witnessed across the broader markets ahead of negative opening of European markets, which were down by approximately 1 to 1.5%, and also rupee hit a 5-month low at 61.50 against the US dollar, due to which Nifty slipped and hit a fresh intraday low at around 7676 odd levels, and finally snapped the session with a significant loss of 1.05 odd percent. In this period, short positions were built up by market players as around open interest increased by 4% from 1 crore 42 lakhs to 1 crore 48 lakhs. Approximately 11,500 contracts were added in Nifty futures, and price decreased by approximately 80 to 82 rupees. And along with cost of carry decreased by 22% from 5.39% to 4.20%, and Nifty futures premium decreased from 34 points to 19 odd levels, which is clearly indicating that short positions were built up in yesterday's trade. PCR is decreased by 1% from 0.87 to 0.86, which is clearly indicating that in yesterday's trade, call option has seen good addition in call option. India VIX also increased by 2.51% from 13.95% to 14.30%. In options metrics, we have seen that 7,800, 7,900 has seen good activity. Approximately 17%, 16.66% shares were added in open interest, and 8,000 strike price also has added 8% shares in open interest. As of now, 8,000 strike price stands with highest number of shares in open interest. In put option, marginal shares were added in open interest in 7,500 put option, and in 7,400 marginal 7% shares were added in open interest in yesterday's trade. There is only one security in bank credit, which is IB Real Estate, and FIs were net buyers of 185 odd crores in future and option segment, but they were net sellers of 323 crore index futures. They were net buyers of 648 crores in Lex options. They were net sellers of 191 crore in stock futures, and they were net buyers of 50 crores in stock options. Our 5-day CVAP stands at 7700 odd levels. Lower range for the market would be 7600, which could act as a strong support going forward, and higher range would be 7800. Singapore Nifty is down by 23 points, which is at 7671, and Asian markets also trading in negative, so we may see a marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Hello friends, welcome back. Let's start with the pre-market actionable ideas, followed by the watch list and news and updates around the economy and the market. First actionable idea, we'll start with the long ones. Coal India. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar had earlier done away with the requirement of public hearing for coal mines below 16 million ton per annum. Now this is revised to also kind of mining to be done expanded by up to 50%. So more than 16 million ton per annum has been expanded. So they won't need any permission to mine up to 5 million ton per annum without consulting the kind of public or the affected people. So this will definitely benefit Coal India as a whole, as it needs to kind of get a lot of approvals because of this rule. So on the action part, we'll long Coal India with stop loss of 353, target 371 and 378. Next we have is Ultratech in the long one. The country's largest manufacturer of the product expects growth to grow at 25%. This is again a big boost as the cement capacity had been kind of curtailed due to the slower economic and the crisis which we saw in the last couple of years. Addressing the 14 AGM, the Birla said that the growth for this year will be much more robust than the last year. So it's definitely a good statement, a positive statement coming from the chairman. The turnover expected is rupees 25,000 crores. Action long Ultratech, stop loss 2496, target 2623 and 2674. On the banks, the Government of India 10-year bond yields has risen, increased by 15 bips in the last 3 days, and the rupee has weakened, which will affect the bonds portfolio of the bank and put the pressure on their balance sheets and profitability. Action short OBC from those the banking packs, stop loss 286, target 272 and 266. Next bank to short is Axis Bank, CMB 383.2, stop loss 391, and target on the downside 372, 364. Watch list stocks with positive bias. We have Voltas, M&M Finance, and M&M for the stocks is looking good on the intraday basis. On the negative bias for the intraday, we have Power Finance, L&T, and GAIL, which are looking weaker on the intraday perspective. Results to watch out: we have Balrampur Chini, estimated PAT is 11.3 crores. India Cements 4.2 crores. We have Nestle India, estimated PAT 283 crores. And Oracle Financial, estimated PAT 347 crores. Other news and updates: the Union Cabinet on Wednesday declared that they have kind of increased the FDI and defence to 49% compared with the current 26%. And on the FDI and railways, they have opened up the whole sector and allowed 100% FDI in railways. Now, railways is one sector which required a huge investment, so private participation was needed, and this will definitely boost railways to work better and efficiently, and also help a lot of private companies in infrastructure and engineering space. Infosys plans to invest 1400 crores. So now this is in built on 28 acres in Noida, UP. This project estimated to generate almost 35,000 direct and indirect jobs. This is again an initiative from the Infosys that they are going to expand in the Indian shores. All the legal formalities have been done and almost on the verge of starting up. EdTech India enters into 50-50 JV with Tokyo's Riken Corporation. So that's again good news. So Bharti Infra will sell up to 4.5 crore shares via OFS today, and Cognizant has just come out with the results yesterday, and the guidance has been brought down from 16.5% to 14%. Now, it's one of the first IT company which is kind of listed in the NASDAQ, that is their ADRs, and the management said that due to the client slowdown and the activity has been curtailed, they expect the forthcoming quarter to be soft compared to the previous one. So we might see also kind of some selling pressure in the local IT companies like Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech because of the Cognizant statements. That's it, friends, from our side. Thank you and have a nice trading session.